Okay, good evening. This is Mark Ball. I'm Vet Sports on eBay.com. Tonight we finished auctioning off the first half of the Panini Prizm case. It's for the 2014 football. Okay, I'm going to go through the teams real quick, make sure we're all tracking the same thing. Okay, for the Pittsburgh Steelers, I got the Wanderer. Okay, hopefully I don't butcher this too much. Kongtu Votu has got the Packers. John, I know, is in the room. He's got the Cardinals, Bears, Ravens, and Jets. Jason's got the Cowboys and Eagles. Okay, Tally Ho's got the Texans. Insight, back again, has got Seahawks, Jaguars, and Vikings. Ballpark Legends got the Redskins, 49ers, and Raiders. Jimmy James got the Giants and Panthers. Hey, hit me up later, Jimmy. I need to go ahead and do a refund for you in reference to the shipping because you got combined teams. Okay. Columbia Eagles. You got the Detroit Lions. Kirkuff. It's got the Titans. Jones T Traders. You got the Dolphins and Bucks. Same thing for you. Hit me up a little bit later for refund for shipping. I'm making note right now, but touch base with me because I usually combine my teams at a discounted rate on the shipping. Okay. Okay, going further down, I got Clover G's, got the Patriots, Bills, Bengals, Browns, and Falcons. TB Bolt Chris has got the New Orleans Saints. Stat Boy's got the Broncos. Cardboard Killer's got the Colts. Siriano's got the Rams. And Though and Thomp's got the Chiefs. And again, if I butcher any of the names, I apologize. Okay, so while I'm making note of this, does anybody have any questions on the teams as I've read them off? Okay, scroll that, close that. I'm going to leave my Gmail up. If you guys are doing chat and it doesn't look like I'm responding, don't think I'm ignoring you. Ustream has had an issue with that. So if something comes up, send me a message through either my email or through my eBay messages, and I'll keep an eye on it. Okay. Okay, so I'm presuming there's not going to be any questions on the teams. Okay, so here we are. Okay. Here's how we're going to do things. Here's the case. I'm getting ready to pop it open. Pull out the top 6 boxes. Okay. If there's any cards, like the head-to-heads that are multi-team cards, they will be random at the end, but I will use YouTube because I can share the screen. You'll get a much better feedback that way, plus you can actually see random.org as I'm doing it. Okay, so I'll put the link here in the group, and you guys can sit there and follow through from there. Found this a little bit more efficient. If I can never get it to where I can do the breaks that way, I will, but I've been having issues with getting 100% of the people into the Ustream, excuse me, the Ustream links. So there's 6. That's the other half for tomorrow night's break. Okay. Okay. Also, if you've been in my breaks before, you know I adjust the screen. If you haven't been, I'm getting ready to tilt the screen down because my camera is actually mounted inside my monitor. Okay. I haven't worked my way up to the big leagues yet where I can get multi-cam angles and stuff like that, but I'm getting there. If you guys help, I'll get there quicker. But give me just a second to adjust the screen. Okay. Okay, so that link that I just put in there, that's for my Facebook group. Please check out the page. Okay, but please check out the page and join it. I'm trying to get that group up to 100. Obviously, I want it up more than that, but I make my milestones small, little baby steps. But I will be trying to do things like promos, additional case breaks, and stuff like that. And I do eventually look at doing off eBay breaks. Okay. So please join that page. Right now we're at like 42 or 43 people. So look at my next promo. Let's see, we're getting ready to start June. I'm probably going to do my next promo around the 4th of July weekend, so basically about a month from today. So it'll probably be something during that entire weekend. Anyway, if you've been in my breaks before, you know how I break this down. I open up one box at a time, stack the packs, and stack the cards. I only show the hits. It gets too lengthy to sit there and show each individual card. But as it has been asked before, every card for that team will be sent. I'm not one of those breakers where I hold on to the base cards. I have no reason to hold on to them. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get started with box number 1. Tilt this back just a little bit. Give me some work area. The only thing I'll slow down the sleeve while I'm going through will be the autographs. I will, however, sleeve all the inserts. The numbered ones and stuff like that will be top loaded. Okay, so you will be receiving your package in a bubble envelope, and we'll go from there. Okay. Guys, don't be too quiet on me. I talk, you guys chat, but I'd like to see some interaction here. If you guys aren't already tracking, I got the second half of this case breaking tomorrow night, but I've also got Topps Prime, a 6-box case of the regular Prime. And then I've already got Topps Chrome listed for Wednesday or Thursday. I think it's Thursday. Okay. Give me just one moment. I got to send out one link. Stand by. Okay, so we'll give him a moment. Okay. Great. Okay, so hopefully everybody will join the room here shortly. Okay. If you guys aren't familiar, there's usually a lot of color in this. There's also a lot of these kid reporter cards, so you'll see me toss those to the side. Wow. Okay, great. Oops. Right off the bat, we got a blue Aaron Donald autograph. The blues are normally serial numbered out of 50, but this particular one is serial numbered 18 out of 25. So right off the bat, we're pulling some color autos. That's what I hope is a good omen. Again, I'm only going to show the hits. This one's Riley Cooper for the Eagles. Okay, we got to believe the hype. This one's for the Minnesota Vikings, Teddy Bridgewater. These cards are flipped all sorts of ways. Let me flip it this way. Okay. We've got one of the hobby-only orange parallels, and that's Jared Abbrederis for the Packers. The orange are not serial numbered, but the golds are. The golds are serial numbered out of 10. Okay, we got our first fresh faces. This is Brandon Cooks for the New Orleans Saints. Okay, base Prizm, that's Steve Young for the 49ers. Yeah, we do. We did great with the tie-dyes with last case. It would not hurt my feelings to see tie-dyes like that again. Okay, our next one, Fran Tarkenton from Minnesota Vikings. Again, I'm going to have to flip these again. Okay, we got our first intro. This one's for the Patriots. It's Tom Brady. Okay, refer to these as because they're similar to like the Blue Waves and stuff out of Topps Bowman, or yeah, for the Bowman Chromes. But this one is Tavon Austin for the Rams. This one's serial number 32 out of 99. And underneath him, the orange Ryan Fitzpatrick for the Texans. Okay, our first Air Marshals. This is Tony Romo for the Cowboys. Move my mouse over. Okay, we got our second auto. It is the base auto for Jared Abbrederis, Green Bay Packers. Okay, we got one of the Hands team parallels. This is the shiny version. This is like 1 out of 120 or something like that. This is Andre Johnson, okay, for the Texans. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get those sleeved real quick. Also, if you hadn't been to my breaks before, I do scanning. They'll be posted on my Facebook page. But I also do a recap video that gets posted to YouTube, and the links will be sent out usually within 24 hours. If I'm feeling frisky, it'll be posted tonight. Just kind of depends on everything. But I will get all the teams sorted out tonight and start breaking down the packages, and then get everything staged up for Monday's shipping. Okay. Again, got to flip them over. We got our next intros. That's Russell Wilson for Seattle Seahawks. Okay. For the Bears, Kadeem Carey, red and yellow parallel. Okay. Double hit pack. This one is Bishop Sankey for the Tennessee Titans. It's the fresh faces. Okay. And then orange parallel, Jerry Rice for the San Francisco 49ers. Okay, Bob Lilly for the Cowboys. Okay. Tyler Gaffney, Carolina Panthers. Okay. That's the base refractor. Base Prizm, excuse me. And, hey Nick, how's it going? How about we started off with Mike Wallace, 12 out of 25. Just missed his jersey number for Miami Dolphins. There was an Andre Johnson hands team. It was the refractor parallel. And I think that was it for the Texans so far. But this is the first box. Can't remember if there was a... Yeah, I think that was it so far. For the hits, anyway. Here's another hands team. This is for the Washington Redskins. That's Pierre Garçon. You didn't miss anything big. There was 2 autographs. How long have you been in the room? Did you see both autographs? Here's Pierre Thomas for the Saints. This is 23 out of 75. This is the NFL parallel, the red. Okay, so we got our first card. It needs to be random. That's Dan Marino, the Dolphins, and Brett Favre for the Packers. Okay, I'll set that right there. Okay. Okay, the first one was a base auto for Jared Abbrederis for the Packers. I'm not sure if you saw the tie-dye. That was Mike Wallace for the Dolphins. And then the first autograph, which was in the first pack. Yeah, you wouldn't have caught that anyway because it was the first pack. Aaron Donald for the Rams, and that was 18 out of 25. So we got 2 cards out of that box that was out of 25. So not a bad way to start the night. Okay. Okay, box number 2. If I can keep a hold of the box, I'm sorry. Okay. Great. Okay, cool. Had to check the Gmail real quick. It just jumped from 19 unread messages to 22, so I want to make sure there's no problems with guys in the room or getting to the room. Hope you guys enjoyed what I hope was a long weekend last week. We got any other veterans in the room? Okay, seeing some good color pop out of this. Okay, looks like these are upside down too. Yep. Okay, good luck everybody. So we got our first class ring. This one is Mike Evans for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We got, oh, nice. Okay, so our first NFL parallel just happens to be autographed at the same time. This is Antonio Andrews for the Tennessee Titans, and this one's 18 out of 50. Okay, we got a base Prizm for the Browns, Johnny Manziel. Hope rehab worked for him. Okay, Jimmy Graham for the Saints, the intros. Then we got Mr. Joe Flacco for the Ravens, orange parallel. Okay, the green and yellow hobby, Lachey Seastrunk, Redskins. Got a fresh faces coming up. This one is Devontae Adams, Green Bay Packers. Okay, next base, Kendall Wright, Tennessee Titans. Jay Cutler for the Bears. Okay, flip these again. Okay, we got our next Believe the Hype. This time it's Sammy Watkins for the Bills. Okay, we got our next NFL parallel. Non-auto though. This time it's D Ford, Kansas City Chiefs, and it's serial number 52 out of 75. So it just misses jersey number by 3. Okay, we got our next Air Marshal. Andrew Luck for the Indianapolis Colts. Nice, this is what I'm talking about. So far, we got 4 autos and 3 out of 4 of the parallels there color. This one is 97 out of 200 for LaDainian Washington for the Cowboys. Next up, got the Air Marshals, the refracted parallel for the Saints, Drew Brees. Okay, we got our next hands team. That's Wes Welker, Denver Broncos. Okay, red and yellow, Jordan Matthews for the Eagles. Carlos Hyde for the San Francisco 49ers, the fresh faces die cut. Okay, a double hit pack. First one is Kurt Warner, Arizona Cardinals. And then for the Eagles, we got Nick Foles. Okay, double hit pack. Nice. Terrence West for the Browns, base Prizm. And right underneath him, how about Lamar Miller for the Dolphins? 10 out of 25. Tie-dye. So both tie-dyes so far has been for the Dolphins. Okay, we got our next Believe the Hype. It's Tom Savage for the Texans. And then in our final pack, there you go, Wanderer. Le'Veon Bell, 91 out of 125, the red X-Fractor. Okay, 2 boxes, 2 tie-dyes. Okay, we're coming up on the halfway mark. Hey, Nick, did you already get your package yet with the autograph you got last week? Cool, great. I know you've been harassing me about getting you an autograph, so I was hoping I didn't have to take my Sharpie out and actually sign one for you, but probably would have been worth more, though. Oh, you got it Tuesday? That's pretty good. I think yours was part of that batch that went out Saturday, then. Well, Nick, just in case, I got you covered tonight. Just saying. You know me, I hope everybody gets a hit. Okay, these seem to be right side up. So box number 3, let's get it going. Okay. This is the Panini red and yellow parallel. It's Johnny Manziel for the Cleveland Browns. Got our next intro. This time it's Alex Smith for the Chiefs. Seeing this name a lot tonight. It's Jared Abbrederis for the Green Bay Packers. Green and yellow hobby parallel. Okay, our next Air Marshal is the base Drew Brees. The last one we pulled of his was the refractive version. Okay, there's an old school guy. Warren Moon for the Oilers. This will go to the Houston Texans. Okay, followed up with Bob Lilly for the Cowboys. And we got a double hit pack right there. We got Pierre Garçon again for the Hands team. And then underneath that we had Roddy White, red and yellow version for the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, we got our next red X-Fractor. It's Larry Fitzgerald for Cardinals, and it's serial number 76 out of 125. Hey, just keep in mind, my Sharpie don't run out of ink, so it looks like you're going to be sending me a lot of Ravens autographs. Just saying. Okay, so now our next fresh face is Eddie Lacy for the Packers. We're keeping up with the color, guys. We got our next auto for the Buccaneers. This is Robert Harron. 10, is that 07? I got this glare today. It's hard to make out some of these numbers, but it's 107 out of 200 for the Buccaneers. Okay, our next Believe the Hype. It's for the Bills again. Sammy Watkins, but it's the refractive version. Okay, our next hands team for the Bengals, AJ Green. Okay, this one equates to a double hit pack. That's just how I grabbed the stack. This is Rajon Neal for the Green Bay Packers. And then right underneath him, here's an old school classic, Bruce Smith for the Bills. Okay, another Devonta Adams, fresh faces for the Packers. Okay, Le'Veon Bell, Pittsburgh Steelers, the green and yellow hobby. Okay, Tevin Reese for the Chargers. And then out of 50, yeah, Eddie Lacy for the Green Bay Packers, and it's 26 out of 50. Okay, our next Texans, Believe the Hype. It's another Tom Savage. Okay, Chad Henne, 12 out of 99 for the Jaguars. One of the wave refractors. Okay, got another color coming up, and only one auto so far, so it looks like the next one will be a color auto gift too. Here's an Air Marshal Jay Cutler for the Bears. Nope, it was a teaser. Here's a base auto for Lachey Seastrunk for the Redskins. And then underneath that was Ronnie Lott. Orange Prizm for 49ers. I saw that orange peek out. I was hoping it was the auto. Yeah, Packers are doing good tonight. I mean, because they're getting pretty well across the board with the different inserts, not just the autos. Oh, if you're talking about the last hit, we got a Lachey Seastrunk for the Redskins base auto, and there was a couple other Packers like fresh faces and different things that was pulled. So I know I wish I could do something about those ads. A buddy of mine was telling me that when he tried to stopped the ads. They wanted something like $3.99 a month, and it's just, I don't know. It's up to you if it's worth it, but I don't know. No, I don't feel it's worth it either, but you know, everybody's got to assess their own aspect of it. I'm just glad it doesn't record with ads, because people be looking at Ustream, be wondering what in the world. Well, that pack just disintegrated on me. Or the wrapper did, at least. Okay, let's go ahead and get box number 4 in the books. Looks like these are upside down again. Yep. Okay. Joke's on me. There we go. Okay, so starting right off the bat, we got one of the red X-Fractors out of 75, or excuse me, 125, and it's Rob Gronkowski for the Patriots. Okay, I see what it is. It's mixture. Top card's flipped up. Bottom 3 cards are flipped the other way. Here's another Eddie Lacy Fresh Faces for the Packers. Again, we were just talking about them. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. Got a first auto for this box. This one is serial number 1 out of 25. It's Jake Matthews for the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, so 2 of our autos so far, I think, is out of 25. Yep. Because our blue auto that we did earlier was out of 25 as well. Here's another Believe the Hype. It's another Tom Savage, but this time it's the refracted version. And I believe the Believe the Hypes are 1 out of 120. Again, I don't have the reference up in front of me, but they are much harder to pull. Okay, our next Believe the Hype, Jeremy Hill for the Bengals. Okay. Here's our next orange. It's Coney Ely for the Panthers. Our next Air Marshal, Cam Newton, also for the Panthers. Okay. Got Saints back on board with a base Prizm, and that's Marquise Colston. Yeah, it would be interesting, and that's the thing. I don't see it, and you might be getting your ads at a different time than say the other guy is. But if I could see, in other words, if I could get feedback um, through Ustream to say that the ad's playing now, I'd hold up everything and just wait till everybody's back on. But people contact me throughout the entire break saying that they're getting ads. We'd never get the breaks done. Okay, Alshon Jeffrey, base Prizm, Chicago Bears. Okay, the hands team, Brandon Marshall, also for the Bears. Okay, we got one of those blue waves or gray waves. I guess it depends on which angle you hold it. This is Steve Smith Sr. out of 99. This is 6 out of 99 for the Ravens. Okay, another Devonta Adams. The Green Bay Packers have got quite a few of these fresh faces. Okay, we've been either hitting Eddie Lacy or Devonta Adams mostly. Okay, our next auto is non-colored. It is Dante Moncrief for the Colts. And our next hit for the Chargers, Lance Allworth. Okay, our next intro, Ray Lewis for the Ravens. I think that's the first one I've pulled of the intros anyway. I hadn't seen it until now. Okay, this is coming out of a double hit pack. This first one is Brandon Cooks for the Saints, the green and yellow hobby. And then underneath him, Tyler Eifert for the Bengals, the orange parallel. Okay, our next class ring, Sammy Watkins for the Bills. Okay, our next green and yellow is Nick Foles for the Eagles. Okay, and the Chiefs on board with the DeAnthony Thomas base Prizm. Okay, and the last one, it's a double hit pack. This is RG3 for the Redskins. And underneath him, for the Dolphins, Larry Zonka, the orange parallel. And before I forget, getting to the box 4, John, just so you know what that we're still tracking, this is what we discussed earlier in the week. The Andre Roberts for the Redskins. If you guys aren't aware, some of these cards are a traded card. It'll show him in a different uniform, but I'm going off the team that he's currently on, and you can see down the bottom it's the Redskins. So if you guys see something and there's a discrepancy, let me know. I try to make sure everybody gets their correct cards. Oops. Okay, box number 5. Yep, sure did. Like I told you, I was sitting right here next to the computer. It's just like I told you on the phone, we were sitting here all week, and I hadn't been down at the office much. But you already know the circumstances. I just want to make sure that you knew I was tracking. Okay, let's get box number 5 going. Okay, right at 50 minutes. Okay, going right straight into the fresh faces. This time it's Keenan Allen. So it broke that Green Bay Packers stronghold. Okay. Panini points. Odell Beckham Jr., fresh faces, and it's the refracted version. Okay, our next intro, James Laurinaitis for the Rams. Atlanta Falcons, Devonta Freeman. Yeah, we've had a couple of Jets hit some Prizms. If you're not hooked onto my page, and I don't know if I've got all the scans up there yet. Here's another Sammy Watkins class ring for the Bills. I think 2 breaks ago I pulled I think it was a green and yellow Jets auto. And as a matter of fact, I think a couple of weeks ago it was actually 2 autos out of the entire case. Here's a Roger Staubach for the Cowboys, the red and yellow. Yeah, I'll have to go back and look, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Hey, Wanderer, if you're awake, here's a nice purdy Ben Roethlisberger. It's just a green and yellow hobby, but it's still a sharp-looking card. I think that green and yellow it really jumps out on the Pittsburgh Steelers cards. Green and yellow with the black and yellow, I don't know. Just think it's appropriate. Okay, so we got our next base parallel, and that's Bradley Roby for the Broncos. Okay, Kansas City Chiefs, Aaron Murray, believe the hype. Okay, our next fresh face is Jordan Matthews for the Eagles. And matter of fact, I think the green and yellow auto that I pulled, I think it was Jordan Matthews. Okay, our next auto is the Prizm version. And it's Eric Ebron for the Detroit Lions, and it's 17 out of 100. Underneath that, here's another old school guy, Mr. Franco Harris for the Steelers. Okay. Next, we got the green and yellow for Tom Savage of the, sorry to say Tennessee Texans. Excuse me, Houston Texans. I'm getting all jacked up. Okay, next we got Hands Team. Demarius Thomas for Broncos. Speaking of Jets, here's another parallel, Taj Boyd. Okay, it's the orange hobby version. And then for Seattle Seahawks, we got the Air Marshals for Russell Wilson. Okay. Our next Prizm, Art Monk, another old school guy for the Redskins. Matt Forte for the Chicago Bears. Okay, double hit pack. Sammy Watkins, lead the height for the Bills. Then another orange parallel. This is Pierre Thomas for the Saints. Getting down to the last bit. Texans on board again with Arian Foster. This is serial number 84 out of 99. Okay, and then lastly, red X-Fractor, Santana Moss for the Redskins, and that's 34 out of 125. Okay, those of you that have been in my breaks before, get your fingers adjusted to the keyboard, especially you quiet ones that ain't been chatting. But one thing I like to do with the last box in each of my cases is I give you guys the chance to guess the last auto out of that last box. Okay, there's an average of 2 autos per box, so I'm looking for the last auto. Okay, you're not guessing teams, you're guessing the player. If you guess that last player auto, I'll give you $5 credit in a future break. Okay, again, you're not guessing team, you're guessing the player. Also, the guesses will stop once I finish opening the packs and get ready to start going through the stack. It does not have to be your team. So if you pick the Panthers tonight, you do not have to pick Benjamin. You can pick something. There you go. Though I know you're sticking with the Steelers. But again, if you've got the team, you don't have to pick the player from that team. You can pick another one. Okay, so you got Sammy Watkins for the Bills. It's a good guess. Let's keep those guesses coming, boys. Hey, Vancar, you got to do another guess, okay? Because John Poppy's already got Sammy Watkins. Jeremy Hill, great for the Bengals. Appreciate that, Vancar. Let's finish this out with some good color and good color autos. I'm hoping to see another tie-dye, especially if it's a tie-dye auto. Well, 12 of you in the room, only got 3 guesses. I must have scared someone out. Clowney, Texans. I'll give you guys a few more seconds to get some guesses in, and I'll get some fluids in my throat. That condensation on the drink. Okay, so my guesses are, yeah, that was sweet. And that was just the last case too. So my guesses are Martavis Bryant, Sammy Watkins, Jeremy Hill, and Jadeveon Clowney. Okay, I'm starting to stack now. Guesses are done. Yeah, I think I end up with 7 tie-dyes total, with 3 of them autographed. Okay, Jeremy Hill for the Bengals, fresh faces. Okay, our first auto. It is colored like I would like. And the good thing for you guys is this is not one of the guesses. It's C.J. Fedorowicz for the Texans. 116 out of 150. I'll get that sleeved in just a second. Okay, our next hands team. Brandon Marshall for the Bears. Okay. Double orange pack. This is Jared Abbrederis, Green Bay Packers. Underneath him, another old school guy, Shannon Sharpe for the Denver Broncos. Okay, double hit pack. First one's Fresh Faces, Jadeveon Clowney for the Texans. And then underneath him, for the Browns, Brian Hoyer. Okay, we got our next auto, guys. That seems awfully strange because we grabbed that top third. Okay, so our next auto was not guessed. Okay, so this is the green and yellow version. 38 out of 75 for Jimmy Ward for the 49ers. Hopefully we got a third auto in there that'll creep up because that's... Usually we don't get them that early. I usually get one in the top third and one in the bottom third. Here's our intro. Russell Wilson for the Seahawks, and it's the refractive version. Go ahead and get those two sleeved. Okay. Our next Believe the Hype. Aaron Murray for the Kansas City Chiefs. Our next green and yellow. Lachey Seastrunk, Redskins. Okay, our next Air Marshal. Okay, for the Denver Broncos, Peyton Manning. And we got Shaq Evans for the Jets. Double hit pack. Jets again, this time it's Michael Vick. And underneath that, for the Broncos, Demaryius Thomas. Next intro for the Texans, J.J. Watt. Okay, there you go, Wanderer. Antonio Brown, 38 out of 99. One of the waves. Okay. And then our final bit, Mike Evans, class rings for the Buccaneers. Jay Cutler for the Bears. Oh, that is nice. Okay, green and yellow, D'Angelo Williams for the Panthers. And underneath this, how about a gold, Believe the Hype, Khalil Mack for the Raiders. And it's serial number 8 out of 10. That is sick. That's the first one I've seen. I think this is my 5th case. I hadn't even seen any of them online, to be honest with you. I was looking. Wes Welker for the Broncos. I might have missed it, but I don't remember seeing any of the golds. Okay. Jace Amaro for the Jets. It's serial number 111 out of 125, so it's one of the red X-Fractors. Okay, and that is it. Okay, just a real quick recap just of the sleeved ones. I'll get the rest of them sleeved and do a more thorough numbered recap later. But like I said, you'll get that tomorrow. So, out of our base cards, we had 2 tie-dyes. And it was Mike Wallace for the Dolphins out of 25. And we also got Lamar Miller also out of 25 for the Dolphins. You guys just seen the gold, believe the height, Khalil Mack for the Raiders, serial number 8 out of 10. Finally, our autographs. C.J. Fedorowicz out of 150 for the Texans. Jimmy Ward, San Francisco 49ers out of 75. Eric Ebron for the Detroit Lions, serial numbered out of 100. Jarrett Aberderis, Green Bay Packers, base. Dante Moncrief for the Colts, again base. Jake Matthews, Atlanta Falcons, out of 25. Lachey Seastrunk, Redskins, base auto. Buccaneers, Robert Huron, out of 200. For the Cowboys, LaDamian Washington, out of 200. Tennessee Titans, Antonio Andrews, out of 50. And then the very first one that we pulled, Aaron Donald, out of 25 for the Rams. Okay. I'll get those scanned, get a more thorough recap, but first, let me go ahead and do the screen up. I got the random for the head-to-head coming up for the Packers and the Dolphins. Give me 1 second.